matches a franchise record in regulation. You have 9 guys in double figures. That hasn't happened since '84 with the Nets. How satisfying are wins, like this with everybody chipping in and being involved?
Very, very great. The ball was moving. We were active on both ends on the floor. Coaches drew up a beautiful game plan, and we executed on both ends of the ball. So, we like to see carryover. In these last few games, we've been carrying over. We've been playing well, especially on the defensive end, and it's showing. So we just got to keep it up.
James, I know the chemistry improves with each passing game and the more you play with the guys, but could you give me an example of an example that highlights, how your familiarity has grown with these guys? Maybe a play or something in communication that just highlights how that familiarity has strengthened?
Even just listening, like Joe, I tell the guards, Dort does a really good job of trying to be physical and stay on my body the entire game. So our guards did a really good job of coming and screening, and that allowed me to get downhill. That allowed them to get open shots and things like that, to where you can listen, they can incorporate it into the game on the fly, and we can go out there and execute it. And that's going to be huge going down later in the season when games are closer and going into the postseason. So just small little keys like that, to where they go out there, listen, and they go execute it, and it makes our team that much better.
Ryan Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, James. You mentioned executing on both ends, particularly the defensive end. You guys held him without a basket for 8 minutes. I'm curious, Steve was talking about the game plan, and you guys did a good job executing the defensive game plan. Have the coaches changed what they're asking from you guys defensively? Have they tweaked things, or are you guys just simply understanding better what's being asked of you defensively?
Both. We're catching the rhythm, obviously, offensively, but defensively as well. We're learning our strengths and our weaknesses and things that we can, get better at. And every game is going to be different. Tonight Shea was, had it going. We knew that Al had it going, so we wanted to kind of get the basketball out of those guys' hands and make somebody else make a play. And then from the beginning of the game, we did that. So it's a little bit of both. Our effort, getting to know each other, obviously on the court, and then coaches just doing an unbelievable job of switching up throughout the course of the game and showing the opposing team different looks.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, James, I asked you not too long ago what it's like, learning to play with Kyrie, and you said it's going to be a process. 50 points, 18 assists between you guys today without KD. Can you just talk about what that process has been like and just what your level of comfortability is next to him now?
I never say how long the process is going to take. But Kai is special, and so he got it going in that third quarter, and, we just wanted him to keep going, until he missed. And even when he missed, keep going again. But, we just got to find that balance of when to be aggressive and when to make plays. And I think even with our aggressiveness, we're still, playmakers. So, I think through the course of the game, we did a really good job of, getting our guys involved, but then being aggressive and scoring the ball as well. So, and nothing really changes even when KD's in the lineup as well.
Tom Dowd, BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, James, you played with Jeff Green a while ago in Oklahoma City and then last year in Houston. What's his impact and influence on this group, and specifically even his voice, kind of off the court in the locker room and things like that?
One of the perfect glue guy, both ends of the floor, offensively able to shoot the ball, able to, space the floor and get bigs, out there on the perimeter, which they're very uncomfortable, rebounding, athletic. And then just off the court, he just blends in very, very well. He's a funny guy and someone that, you would like to be around. So he's just one of those guys that, can fit in anywhere he goes. And just for these last 2 years, obviously early in my career, but even for these last 2 years, I'm grateful to have him, on the same team as me.
Matt Brooks, Nets Daily.
Hey, James, you guys had 70 points in the paint. Are you feeling like there's you're building a little bit more comfortability with the bigs on your team, just with when they flip, when they roll?
Yeah. And even our guards, like Bruce did an unbelievable job of setting screens, of being a cutter, of doing, playing to his strengths. And then we have shooters out there to knock down shots whenever you overhelp. So for opposing teams, you got to pick your poison, and tonight we dominated the paint and we dominated the three ball, making 19 threes. So it's gonna be tough for teams to figure it out, but whatever they do, we're prepared for it.